over the rainbow bridge to heaven.
I've never heard that. It's a rainbow bridge to heaven?
Rainbow bridge to heaven.
Does everybody know it's a rainbow bridge to heaven?
I think it's just for dogs and cats.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the metaphorical place where deceased pets go to wait for their owners.
Okay.
And then the bridge takes them all to heaven together.
Okay. All right.
Hence the rainbow bridge. I can't believe you've never heard that.
I've never had a pet.
I know.
I've never had.
I'm aware.
One. So like, why would I?
And never will.
No. God, no.
No.
I struggle dealing with death with regular stuff. Why would I put that on me immediately? Like those things last what, 10, 11 years? Although one of them was like 13 years. But still. Like that's no. I don't handle that stuff well. My sister's rabbit died. My dad stuck it in a shoebox and had me bury it in the backyard.
No.
Flopsy, yeah, Jacob. Mr. Flopsy died.
Flopsy.
I buried Mr. Flopsy in the back. I wonder if Flopsy is still there. We talk about it sometimes. Like we should go break into that house's backyard and dig Flopsy up and see what happened. Flopsy's got to be decayed though by now. No bones or anything. Or one of these animals got to it. Had to. Has to. What was the song?
Get on your feet. Do, 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 do. Get on your feet.
What's that?
Gloria Estefan.
I'm unaware.
Oh, come on.
I'm unaware.
Attitude. I think you would enjoy Get on Your Feet.
Would I?
Yeah.
In what context would I listen to Get on Your Feet?
You're looking for good mood to get on your feet.
It sounds like it might be a song to play like right when the weather turns nice, window down, rolling around. Am I right? Like what is the circumstance where I would play that song? It's Get on Your Feet, right?
Yeah, get on your feet. What's up, everybody? It is Friday, October 24th. It is going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Herbert behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, another Grizzlies game day ahead. Lang Whitaker will join us to talk Grizz, Jaw's 35-point opening night performance, the injury report, and this weekend's back-to-back for the Grizzlies with the Heat in town tonight. Pacers here tomorrow. It has been a wild start for the NBA season. We got another double overtime game last night. Steph put the Nuggets to sleep in overtime of his own. Also, Thursday Night Football featured the NFL's passing leader, Justin Herbert. So you know we're going to talk about that. We will do our RAGGOWs, our games of the week in college football and the NFL. We'll do a little Music Friday. New Demi Lovato album dropped, what we are listening to. It's Friday. You know what we say. Get on your feet. It's good, right, CJ? Get
I like
up
it.
And make it
this
happen.
This one is right. You're right. I do like this song.
The boy is mine.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
The boy is mine.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Just walking through FedEx Forum, what's that been like for you?
To be back here knowing that this is going to help St. Jude, going to recognize Fred Smith. Yeah. Come on now, what he did as an individual. It's going to highlight the city and that what this great place is. There's not many cities like Memphis.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, having my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? We made it to Friday, end of the week. Another Grizzlies game day, back-to-back Grizzlies game days here in Memphis, with the Grizzlies playing the Heat tonight. They play the Pacers tomorrow. Ja Morant, questionable with an ankle injury. KCP, questionable with an ankle, or not an ankle injury, ankle soreness. Soreness can heal up overnight. We will see what that is. They don't have shoot around this morning, so we will not find out until later in the day. But there is your Grizzlies injury report going into tonight's game. I can tell you who won't be playing tonight in Grizzlies Heat, CJ. Who? Terry Rozier.
Where's he at?
Not with the team. Out, not with team, per injury report. I wonder what's going on. Wonder what's going on with Terry Rozier.
What's the wildest thing from that story, in your opinion?
The X-ray poker tables.
That caught your attention.
The X-ray poker tables and the glasses where you can see through the cards and the cameras that they had on the chip tables. The description of, and Terry Rozier, not a part of the poker situation, but Chauncey Billups, a part of the poker situation. And the details of how they were rigging those poker games were crazy. It felt like out of Ocean's 11.
Yeah. Absolutely. We talked about it. Jacob and Rosa and I talked about it, and we talked about it again on the odds couple. But the Terry Rozier side of things is so boring.
It's like, comparison.
Okay, it's boring. There's nothing of interest here.
Yeah, well, his team put out a statement yesterday, like, we'll prove our innocence. I'm like, yeah. Who cares? Tell me more about this high ring
go
poker
ahead,
situation.
Get to the bottom of it at Feds, because NBA is like, all right, we're passing this investigation on to you. Once the Feds get to the bottom of it, go ahead and suspend Terry Rozier, ban him from basketball for life. Yeah, that's fine. How many times have we seen athletes catch a lifetime ban in sports? It's almost commonplace now. You know what's not commonplace? 3 of the 5 mob families in New York and an NBA player being involved in some of the...
Active coach.
Who
coached the night before and then got arrested by the FBI. At least Terry didn't play. They didn't even have Terry play the night before.
Did they know? You think they knew it was coming down?
I think they were being precautious.
Okay.
But that's not the word. Precautionary.
Okay.
Sometimes you're precautionary with an ankle sprain. Sometimes you're precautionary because the FBI might show up the next day.
Coming.
You never know.
The Feds could have just had them turn themselves in also.
It's
not like they're going to go on the lam and run around. These are notable one is a Hall of Famer.
They both had games coming up.
Yeah.
They knew where they needed to be. It's not some big secret. Anyway, wild start to the NBA season. Aside from that, which is almost unfair that is taking such a appropriate amount of airspace. Like, it should be talked about. It is a massive scandal in sports. But the play of the NBA has been nutso. The games last night were crazy. The Thunder and the Pacers went to double overtime. So now the Thunder have had double overtime games for their first 2 games of the season. And ultimately, OKC winning 141-135. And then the Warriors beat the Nuggets in overtime, 137-131. Steph Curry remains one of the most absurd human beings on this planet. Age 37, 17th season in the NBA. This three from about 34 feet out to tie the game, ultimately sending it to overtime, was ridiculous. It is ridiculous that Steph Curry is still doing this. He is one of the best shows in sports. He is electric. And the funniest part about last night's performance from Steph Curry, he took over that overtime period as well. He ends up with 42 points in last night's game. He made 6 threes. He did not have the best stat line in that game last night. It was Aaron Gordon who dropped 50 and made 10 threes. But the only problem for Aaron Gordon is that he decided to have the best shooting game of his career going up against the best shooter that we have ever seen in the history of the planet in Steph Curry. So Aaron Gordon scores 50 points. He made his first 8 threes of the night. Just bang, 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 bang. Made the three that put the Nuggets back up at the end. Could have had the moment. Was going to be, all glory of Aaron Gordon. Big win for the Nuggets. And then, no, Steph Curry is just still doing this thing. Still doing it.
And what are you
17 seasons in.
What are you supposed to do?
Nothing. Go to sleep. He tells you. Just
I'd love to say get over the screen, but I think he did a good job getting over the screen.
I mean, it's a tough three. It's not like he's just taking an open
Steph's
three.
not on balance. It's like maybe you say, hey, Jokic, get up higher. Maybe, but all Steph's going to do, if you get up higher, is throw the ball between the screen and the hedge and split that, and then he's just pulling up from 3. Like, Steph is, at this point, I don't know what to say. All right, we see him do it all the time, and every time he does it, it's still just as unbelievable as the last time he did it.
It doesn't get old.
No.
Like, it feels the same every time you watch it. You're just kind of shake your head. You're like, he's doing it again.
And you know it's coming.
Yes.
You expect it
to
come at this point.
The inevitability of Steph Curry is consistent, has been consistent, will continue to be consistent. Because that's the thing that's wild about him. When does it stop? There's been such little drop-off for him in the last, so he's 37. So when does typical age start to wear, that we assume age starts to wear on an athlete? Like around 33? But the difference between Steph at age 33 and the Steph at age 37 hasn't been a whole lot. Like, he's remained consistent, and I choose to believe that he could still be nailing threes into his 60s if he wanted to at some point as a specialist. Just throw him in there, he'll hit some wild threes. It would be remarkable to see. But between Steph's 42 last night, Aaron Gordon's 50, the NBA as a whole is just insane, because we talked about the Victor Wembanyama absurd 40-15 game from the other night. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has also had a 50-point game, along with Aaron Gordon. Luka, Anthony Edwards, and Steph all have put up 40-plus point efforts. Jokic had a triple-double. We had the VJ Edgecombe game where he had the most points by a rookie in his debut since Wilt Chamberlain. And then there's also a massive betting scandal. All of these things have combined to an absolutely wild start to the NBA season. It's been a blast to watch. The other piece with that Warriors game last night, they can go big. They can go bigger than they've gone in the past with that lineup with Al Horford and Draymond Green and Kuminga, and then Steph and Jimmy. And when you have 2 prolific scorers in Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler, you don't have to worry as much about finding ways to score because you have those two. And then the defense of Jonathan Kuminga, I get it, it's been 2 games, but in our household we have to watch a lot of Warriors games. He's really improved. And he's been good, but his defensive effort last night, there was a play late in the game. Well, one, he was basically responsible for tipping the ball out of the hands of Jokic that could have been the game winner for Denver. But he also had this moment where Steph got switched on to Jokic, Kuminga sees it, Kuminga tells Steph, or signals to Steph, hey, switch with me, and then Kuminga ends up contesting Jokic and getting a stop. And I was like, oh, That was impressive from Jonathan Kuminga. This Warriors team is very good. If all those guys, if Horford, Draymond, Steph, and Jimmy can all stay healthy, it's a good team.
2 games in, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Al Horford being your big, how long can that really
Okay, speaking of
last?
things that we've seen continue to last.
Not like this. No. Al Horford on the Celtics, we may as well not know Al Horford is playing on the Celtics, not November, December, January, February. Something special happens March. March happens. It's like he gets re-energized because March Madness is going on. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, yo, look, Al Horford is still playing. And then in the playoffs, Al Horford really comes alive. I just don't know from a consistency standpoint, because that's a lot of wear and tear on all of those dudes' bodies. Right. I'm not sure how long they can be this. I think they can do this in spurts. I'm not sure if they can do it for long stretches of the NBA season, but they're doing it right now and they look good. So, and again, they beat the Lakers without LeBron.
Yes.
Who?
I was going to say, I didn't ask you the craziest thing that you took away from all of the coverage on the, what they call the operations? I wrote that down because it made me giggle.
The FBI
Operation Nothing But Net.
And then
along with Operation Royal Flush. Like, oh, you guys really thought you hit with that one, didn't you?
I mean, rank them. Operation Royal Flush, Operation Nothing But Net, and Deep Throat.
Oh, Deep Throat's always going to be number one.
All
Please. Right. Nothing But Net sounds like a
they love trying to be quippy.
School campaign.
It sounds like elementary school play, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Or like a play in a Disney movie.
Nothing But Net. Yeah, that's big decom energy. The Damon Jones stuff in all of that.
Listen, I feel like we're just bringing LeBron's name into it to keep the interest there. LeBron James is talking to a former teammate, and he's like, "Yo, what you got going on today?" He's like, I'm out. I'm injured. I'm not gonna play tonight. We hadn't announced it yet, but I'm not gonna play tonight. Is that against somebody's rules?
I don't know, CJ. We watched the video. We watched the same video that these players
watch.
Do
the players? It's got to be a different video
no,
for the players.
No, it's the same video.
Is it?
I swear, every NBA employee has to watch the same video about betting. So you cannot say, I saw some people like, oh, they just don't know. No, everybody has to watch it. We get signed off on it. And I'm pretty sure the team sits them down and watches the very 90s styled. Don't let these situations happen to you.
But he doesn't know Damon Jones is going to go tell the mob, hey, this is what's going on. So again, that's what I feel. I feel like we're just bringing names in to keep it spicy.
For people who might not have followed it as closely yesterday, I did think it was important, the notion that it's 2 different indictments. So it's Operation Nothing But Net and Operation Royal Flush. But there is crossover. There's crossover and overlapping defendants. And one of them is Damon Jones. And I believe one of them is Chauncey Billups as well. So you have the one indictment involving the people exploiting insider information to leverage bets for NBA games. And then you have the other one with the illegal poker games. But then there are some people who cross over. And so I think we're still figuring out how all of the pieces fit together, who crosses over, why this is happening at the same time.
And is Gilbert Arenas
involved? Did Gilbert Arenas
snitch on everybody?
Yes.
Which is, again, what the hell you're supposed to do when the feds come? I'm snitching on you if the feds come in here asking too many questions. She was here, she did this, she ate that. I don't know, but I believe that she might have done this. Yeah, if you guys got her, you shouldn't.
I'd protect you.
You should not. You should throw everything you
have under the bus. I should not, because you're never nice about Justin Herbert. Ever.
No.
And he was great last night.
Okay.
I was so happy.
He was great last night.
I've gotten to this place where I'm not even a Chargers fan, and yet so much of my mood depends on how the Chargers perform and how Justin Herbert plays. And he played really well last night. The Chargers beat the Vikings Thursday Night Football 37-10. Justin Herbert completed his 2,146th pass, which is the most completions ever by a player through 6 seasons. Their first 6 seasons. Yeah, it's true.
What does that mean?
He was surgical. He was surgical against the blitz last night, as he has been against the Vikings. In the past, he was 13 of 15 for 162, 2 touchdowns against the Vikings blitz, his 4th most yards against the blitz in his career, 227 overall and 3 touchdowns in the game. He got Joe Alt back on the line, and that made him very happy, and that made the Chargers offense even more functional. And that Gadsden, the rookie tight end, has been a monster. So now you have him, you have McConkey, you have Keenan Allen, you have Quentin Johnston, who was in, maybe the Feds got him yesterday. He was MIA through that entire game. And then you also had a defense that held the Vikings to just 4 first downs and had Carson Wentz in tears by the end of that game. That was so hard to watch.
Why?
Carson Wentz crying on the sideline? Yeah. I think Carson Wentz just makes me sad. Like, watching this made me sad. And it made me really mad, the Kirk Herbstreit commentary from it last night, where he's like, you're the captain of the ship. You have to hold some of this emotion in.
You do.
Okay, I don't think last night was just about Carson Wentz clearly not being healthy enough to play. His shoulder was bothering him. He has it in some sort of a brace, and he still gets thrown in there because God knows what they're doing with J.J. McCarthy at this point. So Carson Wentz shouldn't have been playing in that game. He's in it, and then he proceeds to get sacked 5 times. And he looked hurt. He looked miserable. When he gets to the point in tears, I didn't see it, and I don't want to step into somebody's brain, but I just think about the career of Carson Wentz and just how frustrating and devastating the injury front has been. Right? Like, that to me was a culmination of here we are again. Like, I'm hurt again. This has been the story of my career. I'm somebody who was an MVP candidate and then had to sit and watch my backup win the Super Bowl with my team. And then I come back and I get the team back to the playoffs, and then I get a concussion on the first drive of the play. Like, everything for him has just been injury after injury after injury. And he was so good. And it just kind of broke my heart. Sorry I have a heart. God.
Yeah, there's no place for that in football.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
If you watch the movie Him, you know
My
that.
bad.
You know there's no place for that. I don't know what the hell they're doing with the J.J. McCarthy thing either. Like,
Do they know what they're doing with the J.J.
I think
McCarthy
they know.
thing?
Oh, I think they know. I think that they know that J.J. might not be what they thought he was, and at the very least, J.J. might not be ready for this moment right now. So they're just sacrificing Carson Wentz out there, which that kind of sucks, but hey, go out there and do your job to the best of your ability and find the piece in that. I don't know, but he is not, to your point, you're right. He is not right. He had that pass on third down, maybe third quarter, second quarter, I can't remember. He gets batted, and he batted straight up, and he does what you're supposed to do. He just runs and swats it down, and you can see him grimacing, holding his arm, and he didn't even use that arm to swat the ball down. At a certain point, you've got to protect, if you care about him, and you're the Vikings, you got to protect them and say, hey, you're clearly not good enough to go. You can't play. Sorry. And then look at JJ and say, hey, kid, check it out. You got 4 or 5 games. And then if you're still playing like this, don't worry. We'll find another quarterback. We'll get you up out of here because we can't keep sending the hobbled dude out there to go out there and play, and he can't even hold his arm up straight.
No, if they really cared about Carson Wentz, they would have just put Max Brosmer in.
Pitt who?
Max Brosmer, QB3 for the Vikings.
Why?
Can you tell me where Max Brosmer played college football?
South Dakota State.
No. Big Ten.
Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon.
No.
Washington.
No.
UCLA.
He's a rookie.
He's a rookie?
He's a rookie.
I don't know where.
Minnesota.
You're not pitting in the quarterback from Minnesota. You're not doing that. You and I both know. When's the last time a quarterback from Minnesota played in the NFL? I don't think there's ever been a quarterback from Minnesota to play in the NFL. Post integration. I'm sure there was Flappy McFlappingson in the 30s who played in the NFL, but no, post integration. I don't think there's.
Okay, we got one.
Who?
Corey Sauter. He played in the NFL. Cardinals, Lions, the Barcelona Dragons.
Barcelona Dragons?
Colts and Bears, and then the Colts again. I love a playing career history that's like Arizona Cardinals, Detroit Lions, Barcelona Dragons. What a mix.
What a cool name.
We saw the world. Yeah,
Shout out to the Dragons.
Why don't we have the Dragons?
Roar.
Your dragon sound?
What's yours?
All right, we'll take a break. Lang Whitaker is going to join us on the other side. We'll talk about if we think.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm kind of like in that grudge space.
Yeah.
Still. All right, we'll talk about if we think John Morant's going to play tonight against the Heat, what things look like for the Grizzlies going into this back-to-back, what we saw from Game 1. That's all ahead with Lang.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Jeff Dunham. You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other?
Well, you're half of it.
I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Playing in front of these fans is going to be the best feeling in the world. I'm super excited to play in front of them.
Let's go. They give us a lot of energy, show us a lot of love.
You know, I always say get tickets, but there are 6 men and we need them more than ever.
We're proud of it. Different energies, Memphis energy.
I love playing in front of the Memphis fans. They're rowdy, they're loud.
We all are one. We all are Memphis.
Gets you with one leg. Okay. Little boy. Too little. Talk crazy.
That's not dude. You went too little.
Oh, we're pausing it. I was talking to you guys.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Oh my God.
He can't get one more point?
What? He was barely back
He's
on the
up
field.
30.
I'm not fighting about this with you.
That's his fault. That collapse falls on everybody, him included. He's not absolved from that. What are we talking about? Hit me with all these dumbass Justin Herbert stats like he's won a playoff game. Get out of here.
Lang Whitaker is in studio now, and we shift our attention to something not Justin Herbert related. Hi, Lang. Happy Friday.
I think of it 12 ways to go with that, but I'm not going to. Hey, what's up?
How are you?
I'm good. I was thinking, like, man, there's like about 100 ways. When I come in here every week, I never know what we're going to talk about. Mm-hmm. There's like about 1,000 ways this conversation could go today, and about I don't know, dozens of topics we could get into.
Yeah, so let's fire them off. Let's start locally.
Gambling, Grizzlies, all sorts of stuff.
Any other G's that we can go through at that point? Let's start Grizzlies, because we do get to see the Grizzlies twice in a row this weekend. Tonight,
buy tickets.
Tomorrow, buy your tickets, come out. The crowd was great on opening night. It was a really fun, electric environment.
And there was like that, you know, the game started, the Grizzlies couldn't make a shot. The Pelicans, I think, were 5 of their first 6 threes go in, and you're down like 15 right away. And there was sort of that sense of
Yes.
You know,
like
you could feel
existential
it.
dread
Yes.
sets in real fast.
It wasn't really existential. It was pretty palpable. Like you could just, people were kind of like, oh no. Like, and at halftime, I went down and saw my wife and son were in the lower bowl. And at halftime, I went and saw them, and my son goes, "This is going to be a long year." And I was like, no, just wait. Like we hadn't made a shot. We were only, we got times we kind of made a little run, cut it to 7, 8, whatever. Yeah. But then there was a point where the Grizzlies kind of started making a run, and the crowd on their own got into it, like and started cheering, and you could feel like there was some organic something behind the team, and people were rooting for it. And then the second half, we turned it around.
And a lot of it was Ja Morant. It was a very balanced turnaround, right?
Yeah.
Like the Ja heroics are known, well documented, well appreciated.
Yes.
But the play of Cedric Coward, the play of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, hits a couple big threes, and just the steadiness he brings. Omax's minutes were really impressive. Jaren Jackson Jr. fouls out, but when you look back on it, from a shot blocking perspective, he was excellent. The 8 rebounds for a team that desperately needs.
Well, also like in the first, second quarter when they couldn't score, they put in Hunter Dickinson to guard Jaren.
And that was a mistake.
You could tell the Grizzlies quickly realized it, and Jaren's like, all right, fine, give me the ball.
Attack this.
And he just starts scoring.
Yes.
And kind of got us back in the game, got us going a little bit. KCP had 2 or 3 plays where he didn't end up with a steal, but he like knocked the ball off someone else or whatever, got in the mix. The video that's been going around of KCP talking to Jordan Poole during the game, have you seen that? Like there's like KCP clearly, like he's that veteran presence. He's not afraid of anybody. He's going to talk. That's a real Georgia Bulldog out there.
Of course.
Well, what? He is. And
it's just a fact.
Yeah, he is. And you've seen like that sort of championship demeanor he brings out there. I think everyone kind of played a little part in that game. It was really cool to see them. You know who else had a great game? Thomas Isolo. He did a really good job kind of pushing buttons, getting the right guys in. I mean, everyone got in foul trouble, so I assume that's kind of why he goes 11 guys to start the thing off. And he mentioned pregame that Ja hadn't played preseason.
Because even Jalen was in foul trouble fairly early.
So he had to go deep on that bench. But I don't know if you noticed, like he had either Jaren or Ja on the court the entire game. Like one of those two guys was out there the whole time. There was one time it was Jaren and like 4 kind of random dudes, and you're like, all right. But he managed to keep one of those 2 guys, even with Jaren with the foul trouble, one of those guys was out there the whole game and really gave the Grizzlies just a shot to get into the game, and then they did.
And that's where when you see the injury report going into tonight.
I'm not worried.
I wouldn't call it worried. I would just assume, I think a natural assumption is coming off of an ankle injury that kept him out of the entire preseason, the first back-to-back of the season. There has been the commentary from Thomas Isolo that he wasn't previously able to go full out in practice. He's held to under 30 minutes in the first game. Like, connect those dots. He's probably sitting one of the 2 games. Would you rather see him against the Heat or the Pacers?
I think he might play both. I mean, I saw the way Ja came down. He twisted his ankle like with like 3 minutes to go in the game. He landed and his foot stuck weird, and he kind of rolled it. Hopped up, was fine. I keep thinking about what Coach Isolo said pregame, where he was like, people asked, are you going to be able to limit Ja's minutes or whatever? And he was like, no, he's competitive. He's a gamer. And I feel like that might be we might get gamer Ja playing. I mean,
sometimes, but Ja
also said he wants
a
to play.
reminder to everyone, it's not always him making.
True.
Never him making the final call on if he can or not.
He also
play.
said he wants to play 82 games.
Yes.
To us on media day. So
and if you're missing game 2, that's a
bad omen.
Tough start on your quest for that full experience.
So I think he gives it a shot.
I sure hope so, because
to see him out there.
That's the biggest reminder from that first game was just like what a box office Ja Morant is. And from an entertainment value, that's not everything because you want to win. And so he also does that. And there's this sense of calmness that comes over when the Grizzlies are in a late game scenario and the ball is in Ja's hands and you just assume the best.
Well, like I said, my family was in the lower bowl, and you and I end up down courtside for the last 3-4 minutes of the game, kind of behind the basket. And I got down there, and the Pelicans made that little run and tied it up with, 5 minutes to go or something. And I turned and found my son in the stands, and I said, and he was like, and so that's what's going to happen. And Ja, he did it.
You know the thing.
That was awesome.
This will be, especially with the Heat tonight, a big test for the Grizzlies front court, which is something that is thin.
Yeah.
And especially with Jaren and Jock both fouling out of the first game. I mean, I don't think there was any world where Santi Aldama expected to be playing the 5 on opening night, but that's what happens eventually.
And then Santi got the block to seal it down the stretch.
And you also saw more of the versatility of Cedric Coward and being ready for the moment, right? Like there's the expectation of Cedric Coward, but then as a rookie, how much can you place on him? And that first game was a perfect opportunity. The block on Herb Jones was excellent.
Yeah. Diving on the floor.
Diving on the floor for balls. I mean, the defensive acumen, his shot will come. I'm very confident in that.
Yeah, I'm not
but
worried.
both the defensive side for Cedric and his ability in transition.
Just the hustle.
2 massive wins for a Grizzlies team that desperately need. How many times have we said, all right, the door is open for somebody to step up and earn these minutes, and from season to season, and it's kind of like stuck in the mud where there's no clear answer, and Cedric Coward made himself a clear answer.
There's a difference in
on game
being
1.
like really, really athletic and having size and all that stuff, and then having kind of the wherewithal and the drive to leave it out there. And you saw that from Omax and Cedric Coward. Like both guys, they have size, they have speed, athleticism, all that stuff. But like they're going to the basket. Like they're diving on the floor. They're playing at a higher level than I think, you know, you can go find a 6'7" guy to stand 6'7". Guy to go stand on the perimeter. I have a 12-year-old, believe me. That's all I hear in my life is the 6'7" memes.
I saw somebody bring up a really great point, because I do roll my eyes with the 6'7" at this point.
Does your husband do it all? I bet he would.
No.
He seems, because he's basically a 12-year-old.
child, a 12-year-old? No, we don't really go the 6'7", and I'm fairly chronically, not fairly, I am chronically online. So 6'7" has been in my consciousness for a long time at this point. Yes, CJ, 6'7", and someone said, "God, teachers must just be crying with how often this is happening." And someone brought up the point and said, "Well, they survived when we all would say D's nuts over and over again as children." And I was like, you know what? That's fair. That is the evolution process of what you're doing in class.
You lean into the 6'7" thing and you say, hey, on the test, question 6 and 7, they're worth extra points. Those are bonuses for just you people. 6'7".
Yeah. It's well, the guy who's kind of the meme started, but do you guys know how it started? Taylor Kinney's a guy who played Overtime Elite.
Isn't it
basketball?
Yeah, it's a streamer.
Yeah, and he was talking to a streamer, and the streamer said he's 6'7", and that's where and somehow that became a meme. The new one, apparently. There's another one? Yeah, there's a new one. The kids are doing.
What is it?
4'1".
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and instead of this, I can't remember. It's like it's something like that or it's some other hand motion.
Okay.
But it's not this anymore.
News.
But it's 4'1" is the new one.
The 4-1. Well, what's the 4-1-1?
I have
When
no idea.
you look at
What a transition.
it's early in the season, but the Heat have Bam Adebayo, obviously.
Yeah.
They can go with Jovic, which I think they did opening night in their loss to the Orlando Magic. But then you also have someone like a Khalil Ware, who Ja infamously called a pigeon. So maybe we'll see a Ja attempt on Khalil Ware one more time. He already got him. He doesn't need to do him again. How did you see the Grizzlies front court shake out outside of the foul trouble? Like when it pertains to your belief in this being able to be held together until eventually Zach Edey and hopefully Brandon Clark rejoin?
I mean, worst case, you'd rather give up 2s than 3s, right? And the Pelicans, Trey Murphy forgot how to shoot in that game. But Zion, say what you want about Ozempic Zion, but Ozempic Zion looks better, still doesn't have an outside shot. And Zion just drove to the rim over and over again. Like maybe Zion doesn't need to be able to shoot from the outside. Like if he could still get to the rim, still finish over anybody pretty much. But that was basically a non-perimeter team we played the other night. You know, they were just getting to the basket, and the Grizzlies were able to outscore them basically and keep them off the three-point line. And I think that's what you have to hope for against Miami. When Miami got going in that preseason game was when Adebayo hit a couple threes and kind of pulls you out and stretches the defense. So I don't know if, and just in general in the NBA, I don't know if like front court depth matters as much as it used to. Like now it's a whole game of guards and wings.
No, how can you say that after this week with Wemby? It becomes
Wemby's not a big man. I mean, I know he's tall.
What?
He's 7'7". He doesn't turn his back to the basket and take hook shots.
Okay, fair.
He's shaking dudes. He's shooting threes, pull up threes. Like he's not a big man, strictly
in that
speaking.
40-point performance, I thought it was indicative that he has been reminded he is 7'7" or whatever he actually is, and he doesn't need to just take threes. Like he seemed to be much more focused on getting to the basket and taking advantage of that too. Not in a traditional back him down kind of way.
He's not Moses Malone where he's like banging in the post and spinning.
He's not anybody. He's something we've never seen.
Yeah, no, he's incredible. You know, the thing about Wemby, I was thinking about this, is that he's just believable enough. Like when you think about what he is, you think like, all right, this is some video game type crap. Some kid, my son made up on 2K where it's like, you know, hey, let's make a 7'7" guy who can shoot threes and shake defenders on the perimeter and all that. And you're like, all right, this is just some video game. But Wemby's like just believable enough that you're like, all right, okay, I see it. I see where this is going. He's incredible, but he's not, to my point, the whole NBA, like there's not, I mean, who are like the best post players in the NBA today?
I think the center position has just evolved to this place where we're talking about
Jock
Wemby,
Landale
we're talking about
5 threes a game.
Nikola Jokic. I don't need to see Jock Landale shoot 5 threes a game. I mean, make
that's
some,
what
so
bigs
go
do
for
these
it.
days.
But I want to see Jock Landale set screens and get boards. Like honestly, when I'm looking at someone like a Victor Wembanyama, you think from a team standpoint, well, at least the Grizzlies have something in a Zach Edey that can mitigate.
I don't think Zach Edey can guard him on the three-point line.
I understand that, but I'm just saying in terms of size, I don't think it's a league. I don't focus on a league of guards at this exact moment. I focus on how are you going to control the problem that is the continued growth of bigs and the evolution of their game being so difficult to defend.
Did you see the stat about Wemby yesterday?
Which
that
one?
ESPN
There
put
were
out?
a million.
It was, I retweeted, I'm trying to, only 12 players matched up on Wemby.
Oh, no, don't do this.
50 times in the half court last. No, it's just interesting. Only 12 players matched up 50 times in half court, and only 2 allowed under 20 points per 100 matchups. One of them, Giannis. The other one, Santi Aldama. Like, what in the world? I mean, I think the lesson there, though, is that, like, size and speed is what you have to throw at Wemby. Like, Zach Edey is not going to guard him. You need someone with some size and some quickness, like Giannis, like Santi, 6'11", who can, like, you know.
I would put Jaren in that.
Yeah, probably Jaren too. I don't know if Jaren's fast enough, honestly. Like, you need someone like, because Wemby is fast.
Yes.
For being 7'5". So, anyway.
What has been your most of all the list, because it's constantly being thrown around of like, wow, look at all of these insane performances that we've already had 3 days into the NBA season. Which one's been the most impressive for you?
We're 3 days into the season.
Exactly.
I would say the Spurs, honestly. Not just.
I don't mean no, I meant the individual performance, whether it be Wemby's 40-15, Steph's 42, Aaron Gordon's 50,
Shai's 50 free throws
50.
Last night. I mean, I think he's shot more free throws than field goals at this point in 2 games. I don't know. I think Wemby's game to me was the most impressive, just because I like I said, like you don't expect that right away. Like you kind of think, all right, he's still maturing, he's getting into it, but like he looked like when I play against the children at a birthday party, you know, like the block shots and the running down the court and knocking down three. Like he looked like a man among boys, and it's hard to do these days in the NBA because you got a lot of grown men out there.
My mom called me yesterday and was like, I was watching highlights of that player whose name starts with a W that I can't pronounce. And I was like, Victor Wembanyama? Yeah, that one. He's really good.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, Sharon, he is
and he's got a great personality. He's just kind of got the whole thing.
The whole package.
You knew it was going to come together at some point, but I don't know if I thought by the start of this season he would kind of become what he's going to become, and now it feels like, this is a problem.
What have you made of Operation Nothing But Net and Operation Royal Flush as you took in all of the surprising news of yesterday?
When I was putting together the rundown for tonight's warm-up show live at 6 o'clock on Grind City Media, I never thought I'd have to include a tweet from Kash Patel in my rundown, but here we are. I mean, my big thing is like you keep seeing. Yesterday, I kept seeing like headlines and things on the news that was NBA scandal, NBA imploding. And I was like, well, it's one player. Like, it's not like there's a whole team and a coach.
I think it was very strategic from the FBI standpoint and I'm not trying to take away from the branding of this investigation. You throw in the NBA side of it and it adds a level of salaciousness that brings it to the consciousness. I think it's more about taking on the specific mafia members and the organized crime
there was
cycle
like 30
of
of those dudes named.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Flappy. They all had different
But
names.
we're a nation that's a sucker for a big name of an entertainment entity, whether it be sports or movies or TV or music or whatever it is. And in this case, it's the NBA. And so they
Not really.
leaned on that pretty heavily.
It's an NBA player. You know what
It's
I mean?
it's an active head coach.
Yeah, I mean,
Who coached the night
although
before.
he's not even the one. They didn't even mention him in the NBA part of it.
But he's cross-referenced in the
Allegedly.
document, in the documentation
Well,
that
not
people
by
went
name.
through.
There's a NBA
Sure.
player who
lines up with everything and lives in Portland.
Yeah, or Oregon. They
think
say
it said
he's an
specific-
Oregon resident.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it sounds like Chauncey Billups. I don't know. I just felt like yesterday I saw those headlines and I was like, I don't know if this is gonna. Because this morning I got here and I turned on the TV in my office and ESPN was on, and you know what they were talking about? The Eagles game this weekend. Like,
But don't
they're
you
kind
think
of already.
that's more of a testament to the changing of the sports media landscape? Because ESPN doesn't have a whole lot of people who can
Like, they don't have
capably
Bob Lee
talk
to
about
run out
yes
there?
to
Yeah.
do immediate capital J journalism.
This is
on a
24
pretty
hours later.
deep
Like, they could get Don Van Natta
Yeah, but
out
they
there
don't
or
do that
somebody.
anymore. That's my
I
like
know.
they don't have the
Well, I
personnel
just don't
and they
think
also
it's a
don't have the
story anymore.
interest.
Like, people are kind of like, all right, it's who? Who's this?
I think
Terry
it's a pretty
what?
big story. I think it's more a characterization of the news media world that we live in, and things happen so quickly, and attention spans are small.
Maybe
And
that
if there's
too.
not something new, big, and sexy to talk about within this case, you move on to the next. And
But also
ESPN's
that-
going to talk about football any chance they have the
Yeah.
opportunity to.
I think a lot of people are like, wait, it's some guy on the what? The Heat? He's on the Heat. He's on the Hornets. What team is he on?
He won't
like
be here
people,
tonight.
well, yeah, but I think people in general are kind of like, all right, well, let's, you know, this dude's a screw up. Let's keep it moving here because like they're apparently already moving on TV, and I don't know. I just think I think there's now if more stuff comes out, then I think it becomes a thing. But you know, it's one guy. And the thing we talked about in the Odds Couple yesterday, it was a big day for the Odds Couple yesterday, our sports gambling program. The one thing we talk about is like, if this stuff wasn't legal, like the NBA is partners with these gambling leagues. Like if the NBA wasn't partners with these gaming leagues, like we might not know about this. Like they flag stuff and report it to the league. So when a $30,000 bet comes in on a Terry Rozier under on some random game in March, they'll be like, oh, that's kind of weird. And they call the league. Like that's how this stuff, like Jonte Porter was the same
The
situation.
oversaturation of gambling in sports will lead to things not being able to go under the radar like perhaps they were in the past.
Yeah.
It just makes it more
Just
easily
wait till next year.
identifiable.
Now that college athletes are allowed to
to
bet,
bet
on,
on
pro
professional
sports.
games. Yeah, it's a wild time.
That'll
What
be
did you
fun.
want to say, CJ?
More information is going to come out. You guys have hit nail on the proverbial head because we do have a short attention span. If it's nothing new and exciting to draw us in, we're going to move on from this story and forget about it. And we have to, as consumers of like news outlets, be mindful about why the information is coming out there and how it's coming out. Understand that, hey, just because somebody's name gets brought up, they might not be involved in it. It might just be a way to capture your attention again so that you come back. And then we end up with all the talking heads talking about it for an hour or two on a random day. And I feel like that is what is going on some with the LeBron side of it, where it is, hey, Damon Stoudemire knew that LeBron James was going to be out. Yeah, those two are teammates. Those two are friends. He probably called LeBron. We talked about it at the start of the show. Probably called and said, hey, what's going on, man? You okay? I saw you were limping about, hobbled about the other night. And LeBron's like, yeah, man, thanks for checking on me. I'm not playing tonight, but it's all good. And then, boom, he takes that information, Stoudemire does, and runs that to one of the 5 crime families in New York City, right? Like, so more is going to come out. I would imagine that more names, prominent names, big-time names, will be mentioned in this story, but understand they probably did not have the level of involvement that warrants any real charges or crimes being committed.
I mean, if you also want to take it a reminder that, like, sometimes investigations are not leaked is not the right word, but get to the point where arrests are made.
Presented in such a way.
Because certain people want the attention to go on this to avoid the attention
Well,
of
did you
something
see-
else. Like, this is an attention economy. And
Did you see the video of Chauncey Billups being released from prison yesterday? And they made him walk out of a door where they had all the media lined up right there.
Yes.
And you're like, all right, I'm sure there's a back door to this building somewhere, but hey, let's have them go out this way. So yeah, there's a lot of it's designed in such a way to garner the maximum attention possible against these people.
Before I let you go, college football game you're most excited to watch this weekend?
Georgia's off this weekend.
Yes.
I don't know if CJ has the sound effects from Odds Couple ready to go. I had to make a big dog pick. Did it play? No. All right. You gotta make the pick and then it plays. Oh, okay. So we have a new thing on the Odds Couple where we have to make a big dog pick, which is where you have to take a team that's at least 3.5 point underdog and pick them to win straight up.
Okay.
So the line is out. You're just picking an underdog to win. And mine this week, my big dog pick is Ole Miss.
Interesting.
Big dog. Yeah. So Ole Miss is my big dog this week. I feel like what number are they right now? Against Oklahoma, I think they're 3.5. But Oklahoma can't score. And watching Ole Miss these last couple weeks, especially against Georgia last week, the one thing they can do is score. Defensively, they're not great. I don't think Georgia punted once, maybe one time in that game. Georgia got up and down the field against them easily, and I feel like Ole Miss can just outscore Oklahoma, and I think they're going to win that game. John Mateer, since he came back, can't throw the ball, and maybe at some point that gets better, and Oklahoma's defense is great, but I think Ole Miss can just score enough to win against Oklahoma.
All right.
Big dog. That's my
big dog. Lang, thanks for joining us. Also, shout out Lang's Grind City Media newsletter that comes out on Friday. I learned there's mosquitoes in Iceland for the first time thanks to today's newsletter. They've never had them.
It's like a cultural exchange between Memphis and Iceland.
We sent them some mosquitoes. That's so nice of us. They're still. I was at a wedding last night. I know, shocking. And
Thursday night
wedding in Byhalia, Mississippi. And Chris was like, "Should we have sprayed up?" Because that's what we say before we go out. Because
it's too cold now.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I said the cold front over the weekend absolutely killed all the mosquitoes. We sit down for the ceremony. It's outside, and sure enough, Chris taps me on the shoulder. He goes, "Look," and the guy next to me has the biggest mosquito just sitting on his shoulder. And I said,
I think
buggers are still out here.
Well, I live on the water.
Yeah, you get them a lot.
And I get tons of them. And last night I cooked dinner outside on the grill. No mosquitoes. So I assume I thought it was too cold. Maybe that part of Mississippi is warmer. I mean, in Mississippi it's different. The mosquito is the state bird. So there's tons of mosquitoes there. Maybe
they're
up
at home.
here. Yeah, they're kind of, maybe they're migrating south or something.
All right, Lang, we'll catch up with you later. Lang Whitaker on the warm-up show tonight on Grind City Media. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll do our RAGGOWs, our games of the weekend in college football and the NFL after a quick break.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for? The boy is mine.
Grizz Nation, don't foul out on dinner plans. Hit Sticks Express in downtown Memphis instead. Fresh hibachi, steak, shrimp, sushi tacos, and yes, our legendary sake slushy to keep things cool. Order online with code STIX901, STIX901, and knock 10% off your tab. It's the perfect pick and roll for game night. Sticks Express, fast, fresh, always a slam dunk. And hey, come see us at our Collierville location too.
Just walking through FedEx Forum, what's that been like for you?
To be back here knowing that this is going to help St. Jude, it's going to recognize Fred Smith.
Yeah.
Come on now. What he did as an individual. It's going to highlight the city and that what this great place is. There's not many cities like Memphis.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Is it weird that you're going to be like one of the elder statesmen on that team?
The kids think I'm older than I am. They think I'm like 30, and I'm like 24. So it's humbling. It's not great when you have a kid that just got here and they don't believe when you tell them you're 24. But I guess it helps because maybe they respect you more. I don't know.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back. It is Friday. That means it is time to do our RAGGOWs, our games of the weekend in college football and the NFL. And I will start with the big game tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium, Memphis versus South Florida. No college game day, but big game, massive game for the Memphis Tigers. This is the big one. Do you actually control your own destiny? As of now, you do. With this one, you could still win out. You could still see a path forward to the American Conference Championship game. You could still see a path forward to the winner of the American being the ultimate representative in the college football playoff. But if you lose this game, your odds plummet and almost evaporate because we have only had one team in the American who has ever qualified for the conference championship game with more than one conference loss, and that was UCF in 2022. So this is just a very serious game. Memphis loses, and they're probably locked out of the championship game. They are probably locked out of any potential path to the college football playoff. They go up against a South Florida team that has averaged 57 points per game over their last 4 games, have handedly taken down their conference competition thus far. And if you're Memphis, you don't know who's going to play quarterback on Saturday. That is the big question. Is it Brendan Lewis? He's day-to-day. If it's not him, is it A.J. Hill or is it Arrington Maiden? And can either of them score enough points to keep up with a South Florida offense that this is probably the best defense that they have faced in the conference, but they still score. So you need a functioning offense of your own. D'Angelo Williams was on the show this week, can also really lean on that run game with both Sutton Smith and Greg DeRosiers. I look forward to this game. I wish that I could go to this game.
They score quick also. They don't maintain time of possession super long, the Bulls of South Florida. So if you're Memphis, make them drive the length of the field. Let's see if they can do that. Don't give up big plays. And I think some of what got them against UAB was giving up a couple of big plays. But make them be the bend, but don't break Tigers defense that we all know and love, right? Even when the Tigers were good, that Cotton Bowl year and then a couple other years, that defense has been, 1, really good at takeaways, and 2, they'll let you drive down near the red zone. They just won't give up touchdowns at that point when you get down there. So if they can do that and figure out a way to run the ball, it sucks not having your starting quarterback, but it's not like he was lighting it up with his arms. What he adds is a different dimension in the run game. So being without that absolutely sucks, but you got to find creative ways to get the balls in your playmakers at the running back position's hands in space and allow them to make a couple of guys miss and break off a couple of large rushes of your own. I took the Tigers on the odds couple, a Grind City Media subsidiary. Check them out. Go back and watch yesterday's episode. We broke this game down thoroughly. I like the Tigers' chances at home under Ryan Silverfield against the USF. I like it.
I'm hopeful because, as Michael points out in the chat, a loss ends the season. Doesn't technically end the season. There will still be games to play. Tulane will still come here. You'll still play Navy, but it just will really tank the overall hope and attention for this team to do something that they have not done under Ryan Silverfield, which is make a conference championship game. All right, your first game is what, CJ?
Anytime I get to beat the hell out of little brother, I'm going to take it. I'm going to do it. I can't wait. I cannot wait to watch the 3-4 winless in the Big Ten Michigan State Spartans catch this ass whooping that the Michigan Wolverines are going to levy out. Y'all remember when Tuck was coming? Y'all remember being excited about that? Tuck still ain't got here, damn it. Get out of here. Stop it. Michigan Underwood. There are a couple of true freshmen on this Michigan Wolverines team. We talk a lot about Underwood, the quarterback, but they got a freshman who is a playmaker out at wide receiver. They've got not one but two really quality freshman cornerbacks as well. And all this season is a chance for everybody to get experience and be ready to go come next year when they decide to run the Big Ten again. I think Sherron Moore's got one more game on his suspension to serve next year. But after that, we good to go. I love watching this game. Battle for Paul Bunyan's trophy, baby. It's going to stay in Ann Arbor. I can't wait. I'm so excited for this.
It's the Axe, right?
No, Michigan State and Wisconsin, I do believe,
So
play
what's
for
the
the
Paul
Axe.
Bunyan trophy?
It's a trophy of Paul Bunyan. Yes.
Is he in plaid? Can a trophy be in plaid?
Yes. So I think...
Can the plaid be carved into the trophy?
Yes, it is. I think that they repaint the trophy depending on who wins it. So I think the trophy is, although the shirt might always be the same color now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Either way it goes is, it's going to be here in Ann Arbor. So what does it matter?
I'm happy that you get
Who
that
plays
game.
for the Axe? Is it? I'm pretty sure it's Michigan State, Wisconsin. Is it Wisconsin, Minnesota? Wisconsin, Minnesota plays for his Axe. Michigan and Minnesota play for the little brown jug. Yeah.
The little brown jug.
Because Minnesota's a bunch of poisoners. Don't get me started on that program.
All right, I'll take my second game. You know I'm going to do it. It's Vanderbilt, Missouri. College game day coming to Nashville. Nate Bargatze, the guest picker. We see his commercial all the time here on Grind City Media. Nate Bargatze, come into FedEx Forum. Get your tickets. This is huge. And it is wild to say that a Vanderbilt, Missouri game is one of the biggest games of the week, and it is a ranked on ranked Vanderbilt versus Missouri game, and both teams are legit. For Vanderbilt, so much attention on Diego Pavia, and rightfully so, but the biggest difference for this Vanderbilt team is the line of scrimmage on both sides, and it has made them not a gimmick. It has made them not a Diego reliant. It has made them a real SEC team. When they go up against other SEC teams, they don't get pummeled on the line. They're able to hang, and their defensive line has been really solid. I'm curious how it holds up against this Missouri team that has been very complete. Missouri, one of just 3 FBS programs to rank top 10 nationally in both total offense and total defense. The other 2 are Indiana and Oregon this season. On the defensive side for Missouri, allowing just 16.7 points per game and then scoring 39 on average. They have a really good rushing attack. That's something that LSU does not have, and not necessarily was a challenge for Vanderbilt last week against LSU in that win. So we'll see how it holds up this week against a Missouri team that runs the ball much, much better. That Ahmad Hardy is really solid on the ground. But I'm excited for this game. We are living in a very real world where Vanderbilt football has the opportunity to knock off another ranked SEC opponent and continue to be in the mix of, could they really go to an SEC championship game? Could they really go to a college football playoff? And right now the answer is yes, they really could.
Right now, according to BetGM, love gambling talk after just talking about the gambling scandal. But anyways, Diego Pavia, 6th best Heisman Trophy odds, sitting there at plus 1,300. What is it going to take? What will he have to do to garner more respect in the Heisman Trophy race? Right now, it's all quarterbacks ahead of him. Jeremiah Smith is just behind him. Julian Sayin, Ty Simpson are both at plus 300. So is Indiana's quarterback Fernando, Mendoza plus 300, all three of them. And I don't know why you don't put Pavia in with that bunch. And he's doing it. It's great that Vanderbilt has, to your point, and give them credit for it, gotten a different caliber of player. But we don't have to kid ourselves with what this roster is. This roster isn't what Ohio State's is. This roster isn't what Alabama's is, and they're still out there performing at a high level, and he's the reason why. I just wonder, like, if I had money to place on this bet, I'd absolutely take Diego Pavia plus a 1,300 to win the Heisman. And I'm wondering what type of performance will he have to get more respect in the Heisman Trophy race. And it could start right here. It's a home game. It's a top 25 matchup. He goes out here. He's built for this moment also, right? Like he wants to play in this type of a moment where all of the eyes are on him. He has a big game here. I wouldn't be surprised if he shoots up to the top 3, top 4 in Heisman Trophy odds.
So far, all of the buzz and the added attention hasn't detracted from Vanderbilt's ability to show up. With the college game day experience, I do wonder if there gets to a point, and I hope not, and that'll be critical in them continuing to find ways to win big games, because they haven't, as a program, been in a position where, as we get further along in the season, with the stakes raising every single time and the competition staying at what it is, not having a day off, not having one where they break. And you could say, okay, well, they broke especially with the turnovers for Diego in the Alabama game, but still, that was a fine loss against a very good SEC team. I will just be interested to see if there is that occasion. And I hope not, because I roll with Diego.
We talk about Lane going to Florida. Lee's at Vanderbilt. Like, if one of these programs who are looking for a coach come a-knocking, I know he's a Vanderbilt, like that's his home, that's his school. But like, if Florida comes knocking, would you leave? Would you expect him to leave?
How much are they offering?
I'm assuming way more than
I know,
Vanderbilt.
That's the thing.
South Carolina coming knocking because their coach goes to Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech coming knocking. UCLA comes a knocking. Basically, what I'm trying to say is there's a whole bunch of schools
leaving.
Yes, and there's a whole bunch of schools that are going to come a knocking, looking for the dude who's got Vanderbilt playing like this.
Yeah.
I wonder. I ponder.
What's your other college game?
Jackson State, Grambling State, based strictly off the fact it's in Las Vegas.
Oh.
They're playing first ever Vegas Classic. The Oakland Raiders wanted some HBCU flavor. They wanted to get some premier HBCU football programs to come through and play a classic in Vegas. I am curious about what attendance is going to look like. Last time these two teams played, Grambling State won. So Jackson State won the Black College Football National Championship last year, but they had one blemish. That one blemish was against Grambling. They ended up forcing 5 turnovers in that contest on their way to knocking off Jackson State. It's not often that we get classics outside of HBCU territory, and that, for those of you who don't know, is the East Coast and the South. And that is it, right? Their HBCUs aren't everywhere. They aren't all over the country, but our alumni are. Every campus has a strong California contingency. A lot of campuses have a strong Washington contingency, Seattle. But it's hard for those alumni to get clear cross country to visit their campuses on the regular. Having these two programs, two of the premier programs in HBCU athletics, having them go out west to play in Vegas gives that California contingency, gives that Nevada contingency, gives those alumni a chance to come down and see their universities go out there and compete. And Jackson State I feel like is going to dominate this game, but it's cool to see HBCUs in Vegas.
Have you seen not to take away from the game, the new HBCU show that Keke Palmer's in?
And what do you mean, new HBCU?
It's a new show about an HBCU. It's called Southern Fried Rice, and it's about a young Asian, I think she's Korean, and she was adopted by a black family in the South, and then she goes to an HBCU.
What's it on?
I don't know. Okay, I just saw it across my timeline. I didn't know if you had watched any of it to know if it was any good.
Now I am intrigued. I need to at least give it a quick little peekaboo, a little gander. You said Kentucky Fried Rice?
No, Southern Fried Rice.
Okay, Southern Fried Rice. Okay. All right. You tell me what is
There's
on.
been some controversy.
What's the controversy?
It's an HBCU show, but it's about
An Asian
person.
Well, okay.
What is it on?
Is it on anything?
I don't know. It doesn't really come up.
It sounds Tubi-ish.
Key TV. Oh, it's Kiki Palmer's Key TV on BET.
Oh, BET's.
But I don't think it's on BET. I'm really confused. It should not be this hard to find a show in 2025. That's not a good sign.
What's your game? NFL.
My NFL game is Broncos Cowboys. Give it to me. Bo Nix against the Cowboys defense. Dak Prescott, who's been awesome. When you look at both of their numbers, nearly identical through the last 24 games. Dak Prescott, 49 total touchdowns, 5,962 total yards. Bo Nix, 48 total touchdowns, 5,983 total yards. Broncos coming back from that insane comeback win over the New York Giants last week. It's also the Javonte Williams revenge game. Javonte Williams has been awesome for the Cowboys this year. He was not that for the Broncos last year. We'll see what that looks like, but I'm just excited for this game. Great quarterback play. Give me all quarterbacks, no defense on one side, see how Dak holds up against a very good Broncos defense on the other side, and it should be a fun one. Your first NFL game.
I think Key TV is just a YouTube channel. That's what I think.
Okay.
I think this is a YouTube show.
Fascinating.
My first game is going to be a good one. Is one that I look forward to seeing. It's Steelers-Packers. It's Aaron Rodgers' first trip back to Lambeau. Aaron Rodgers, during a Zoom call with Packers media, said, his career started in Green Bay and he's going to retire a Packer. So that beef seems to be squashed. But, you still want it. Didn't end well for Aaron Rodgers on his way out. He said he knew the writing was on the wall when they drafted Jordan Love. So I'm assuming he wants to go in there and show them, hey, I still got it. Fresh off of a 4-touchdown performance Aaron Rodgers had last week, if I remember correctly. And this is a Packers team who, after week 1, I thought they were going to run the league, or at least be one of the great teams this season. They've been good. They've been solid, but they hadn't been elite, I don't think. Yeah. They've got serious issues with their defensive backs. If they can't get pressure on you and force you to get that ball out quick, if a quarterback has time, you can shred them in the secondary. And Jordan Love has left some to be desired. The Steelers, I'm not sure what the hell the Steelers are good at. They don't seem to be great or elite at anything. They don't run the ball particularly well. Aaron Rodgers is a good field general, though, and understands where to make the pass to and understands the calls at the line. Defensively, the Steelers aren't a great defensive team. They're fine, but they're not great yet, and still they sit there at 4-2.
Yes.
So, this is going to be a fun game to sit down and watch. I look forward to seeing Aaron Rodgers return to Lambeau.
You talk about the Steelers sitting at 4-2. How are the Panthers 4-3? When I was looking through this weekend's games, because Panthers play the Bills, and it's the 4-2 Bills against the 4-3 Panthers, and I was like, and we get Andy Dalton this week. That's not my game of the week.
The Red Rocket?
The Red Rocket is not my game of the week.
The Red Rocket is back?
I was just like,
what happened to Bryce?
Ankle.
Okay.
Got hurt last week. My second game is Giants-Eagles, to which I said, they're already playing again? This happens every season when you have those really seemingly quick division rivalries popping back up. And obviously the last game was the big come-out party for Cam Scatterbo and Jackson Dart, and they were electric, especially Scatterbo, who was insane in that game against the Eagles. Gave up 172 rushing yards overall, 98 to Cam, 58 to Jackson Dart. We'll see if that changes for the Eagles this weekend in a different kind of defensive outcome against the Giants. I don't know what to make of this Giants team. They're young, they're fun, they're electric.
They're bad.
I wouldn't say they're bad, but I'm not saying they're good.
If they're not good, they're bad.
That's not true.
They're fun. They're absolutely fun. They are fun.
They're chaotic.
They are chaotic.
They somehow lost that game to the Broncos last week.
Because they're bad. They're charismatic.
I'm not saying they're bad.
Okay, well, they're fun. They're charismatic. They're chaotic. There's a lot of energy. They are moving, it feels like, in the right direction. They are moving towards some real positive things.
Sure.
They are moving that way.
But
there is hope there for them in the way there's no hope for a team like the Titans right now. There's no positive energy around the Tennessee Titans. Yet and still,
There's a lot
Both
of
the
positive
Titans
energy for the
and the Giants are bad, right? Like, don't get lost and caught up in the feel-good nature of Cam Scatterboo being a psycho, and he is.
CJ, I will always get lost in the sauce of the feel-good nature.
Don't.
One of us has to.
Well, we don't.
Life's so boring. If your only measurement is this team going to win a Super Bowl this year?
That's not the only measurement. Is this team good? They are not good.
They're
Definitively,
good
they're not.
They're growing into goodness.
They're 2-5, Jessica. What are you talking about?
They imploded last weekend.
There is joy in the journey to good. But in order to appreciate the journey to goodness and to greatness, you have to acknowledge when someone and something is not good.
Yeah.
Gosh. My
What's
last
your other
game is another great game. I can't wait for Jacob to throw it up there where I can see it.
So you can remember what other game you played.
And I can't even see it because of the timer.
It's Ravens Bears.
It's Ravens Bears. One team riding a 4-game losing streak. One team riding a 4-game win streak. The Ravens are the one on the losing streak, though. Who saw that coming?
But they took away the ping pong table.
So let's see if that and some other stuff, didn't
and the
they?
basketball games. And
Was
the
there a
video
pool
games
table?
and maybe the pool table.
Okay,
they took
yeah.
away all the fun.
As well, they should.
They said, we're going to win.
Damn right, because what's holding us back is the daggum pool table, not the fact our star quarterback has been out the past 4 weeks. Lamar Jackson is looking like he's coming back, but how strong and sturdy is that hamstring, and is he going to be able to be the Lamar Jackson MVP type candidate? And then on the other side of things, the Bears riding a 4-game win streak.
Yeah.
Huh. That division looks pretty good. The NFC North.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Lions, the Packers. The Bears are sitting there at 4-2. And even the Vikings, although they got shellacked and hadn't looked great this year, they're 3-4. They're only one game under 500. The Bears need to keep winning to keep pacing that division. And then the Ravens need to start winning. Otherwise, this season is done. And I can't think of very many teams who have started the season, 2-5, 1-5? 1-5 on the season? And get to the playoffs. This will be a real disappointing season for the Ravens if that happens. So, yeah, this is my last game.
That's great. Those are our RAGGOWs. And, of course, included in our games of the weekend, big baseball show, Game 1 of the World Series tonight. Blue Jays, Dodgers. We are all Blue Jays.
Who?
All.
No, I'm not.
Collectively.
I'm not.
Nationally.
I'm not. Go Dodgers, go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Whatever the Dodgers.
Forgot.
What's the Dodger fight
As the
song?
furthest right person on the show, God forbid you support a team up north.
I mean, they're Canadian also.
Yeah. Our great allies to the north
I hope ICE shows up.
are the only thing that can keep... God.
What?
Horrible.
Got to keep these Canadians out, Jessica. They'll have us all saying A and stuff, eating poutine.
Love poutine. They're also so nice.
Are they?
Supposedly. You know, that's a really good question. How did they get the reputation of always being the
what
nicest?
I think is
There are very nice Canadians. I know many nice Canadians.
we're neighbors, so we're all kind of like friends, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because Canada is so close to us, and us is not really friendly, it makes Canada look a whole lot
in
more
comparison.
friendly. In comparison.
Friendliness comparison.
Yeah.
Those Canadians are so nice. They're sure so nice.
Like in the friend group, it's
yeah.
us and Mexico and Canada is like, oh, Canada's the nice friend.
That's fair.
Canada's a nice friend.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. A little Music Friday on the other side. What we are listening to going into the weekend. We'll get you all wrapped up. Grizzlies game night tonight. And then into the rest of our Friday after a quick break.
The countdown to the 2025-2026 Grizzlies season is on, and our 10-game packs are the ticket to your ultimate fan experience. Whether you want to see the big names or just cheer on your team on the weekend, you can save money on a ticket pack that fits you. Choose from 4 different pack varieties or stack multiple packs to make sure you don't miss any marquee matchup or electric atmosphere this season. Visit Grizzlies.com packs to get your ticket pack today.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Just a ham. You're the other white meat. Ramsey, how can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other?
Well, you're half of it.
could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jefftudham.com.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Welcome back, welcome back. My dad just texted me with a correction. Is the operation called Nothing But Bet?
I thought it was Nothing But Net.
I thought it was Nothing But Net.
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
need to do
sure.
it. I think it's Nothing But Net, but missed opportunity just shows these aren't literary geniuses, because it'd be way more funny if it was Nothing But Bet. Then I get it. That's a nice little pun. Nothing but bet. But I think it is Nothing But Net. But if it was wrong, my deepest apologies. Is it?
I'm trying to find it.
That's okay. Music.
Oh, no! It's Nothing But Bet.
Is it? I'm seeing Nothing But Net.
Let's find out.
According to Joe Pompliano,
Okay.
in his rundown of everything that transpired from yesterday, it's Nothing But Net and Royal Flush. But he could be wrong. He might have been like us.
Where would I find that in the docket? Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of documentation involved in investigations, and some people have to do a lot of reading. I'm glad that I don't have to read through the entire investigation. Regardless, Music Friday, new Demi Lovato album dropped this morning.
I listened to one of the songs.
What did you think?
No.
Really?
Yeah. But
I
you
thought
know,
it was
that's not me.
fun and poppy.
Yeah.
Which isn't Demi. As of late, she's been very in her rock space, and also she always has good ballads, but I thought this was just a very fun pop album. I've only given half of it a listen, but it's one of the more enjoyable albums that I've listened to this year so far.
CBS 58 has Nothing But Net.
Okay.
So we're rolling with
CBS 58?
CBS
Is that a
affiliate.
local CBS
Yeah,
affiliate?
we love CBS 58.
You want to know who has Nothing But Bet, though?
Who?
The BBC.
Is this one of those things where?
Is there a translation issue?
Yeah, there's a translation
English to
issue.
English gets a little
Yeah.
confusing sometimes.
But you know, we do say things differently. You know, biscuits over here are biscuits, and biscuits over there are cookies.
It's true. Chips over here
Are
are
chips.
chips, and chips over there are French fries.
Yeah, so like this might be one of those things. So your dad might be an international player.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah. But it's nothing over here in America. It's Nothing But Net.
Anyway, I really did enjoy the new Demi Lovato album that I heard from. I just like Demi making music. She's an artist that I have liked for a very long time, and she's obviously been through the ringer personally and the ups and the downs, and it just feels like she's in a very cool, reflective space. The album's called It's Not That Deep, and it has such a exterior pop sound that when you start listening to some of the lyrics, they actually are pretty deep. Like, it's really good songwriting within these just boppy kind of frivolous sounding dance hits. So I've been listening to that. I added 2 new British female artists to my list of British female artists that I'm listening to at the moment.
So
I'm the BBC.
Spice Girls, Samantha Mumba, and
Samantha Mumba's British.
I'm pretty sure Samantha Mumba's British.
Baby, come over
tonight.
We can make it all right.
Take a piece of my heart and know from the start.
She's Irish. Even
See?
better. Why is she not in the Ireland Museum when you go?
Wait, is she not?
I don't think
Isn't
so.
Barack
Maybe
Obama there?
Yeah, and Rihanna.
Yeah.
So where's Samantha Mumba?
Put Samantha in there.
She's from Dublin.
All right. Is that British?
She has to be in the museum. They don't miss anyone. They really claim everybody who has any Irish heritage.
So wait, that's Great Britain then, right? Or is she? What do we call
She's Irish. How dare you?
What do we call the UK?
The UK?
Is that what it is? That island?
I mean, yeah, the United Kingdom.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to clarify.
There's been a lot of efforts in the
Nah, they'll be fine. They got it.
evolution of Ireland to
They'll be
not be known as British.
They'll be fine. They'll be
They
all
are Irish.
My bad, Irishman.
One's name is Rachel Chinariri, and the other is Flower of Love, and of is spelled O-V, so Flower O-V Love. They're very lovely to listen to if you're looking for something new. And maybe you know, they're like deeper cuts. I saw them on artists that, if you like Olivia Dean and her ascension, these could be the next like big British singers who could jump into the national consciousness with their music. And then I started listening to it. So I've been enjoying that. Have you listened to anything new recently, CJ?
I just want to say a special shout out. This is a special man. Special men can do this. Shout out to Travis Kelce. Shout out to Klay Thompson. Because both of them love their women so much that both of their women are making trash music. I listened to the new Megan Thee Stallion.
It's not good.
No. The Lover Girl.
Yeah.
I listened to Lover Girl.
No.
It's one, it's absolutely not for me.
Okay.
2, I don't think it's good.
Okay.
I don't. But
On my list to listen to this weekend.
But shout out to Love. I love Love.
I love Love.
I love Love. I love that Klay is
We
giving
love
Megan the love that she needs. Megan Thee Stallion walking Klay Thompson into the arena, one of those games. I guess the Mavericks' first game. Oh boy. It's like, all right, Meg, go ahead then. But yeah, that song is not
I
great.
hope Glow doesn't have a dip off now that she's in love with Brandon Ingram.
You have to be
In love.
loved correctly.
Oh, okay. Not sure yet on that one.
Yeah, because
Haven't seen.
Cardi B.
I watched
Cardi B
Klay
was in love
and
with Offset.
Meg do yoga together this summer. And I
Yeah,
was
they're
like,
love. She's
they're
love.
in
correct.
love.
Cardi B and Offset were loved. Cardi B was still making banger music though.
That's true.
Because very clearly all that cheating Offset was doing was not loving correctly.
No.
Yeah.
He tried to make up for it correctly. He did like big grand gestures. Remember, didn't he do the
first
billboards?
The first time.
Yeah.
The time in like the
Sure.
18 or whenever that was. Yeah. Now he's keeping score like that matters. We're grown at this point. You got to be in your 30s. You can't be keeping score in your 30s of bodies afterwards, after the breakup, can you? That's just not super mature.
You really had me in my. This happens sometimes. I just need to trust my geography. Yes, Ireland is the Republic of Ireland. Northern Ireland remains in the UK, but Ireland of itself is the Republic of Ireland.
I wasn't trying to call it. I have no clue what that stuff is over there. That's why I'm asking you. You went.
Yes.
You went. I know that I
went to the Epic
Wales,
Museum.
There's Scotland. There's England. There's Irish.
Northern Ireland.
Is that different? I thought you just said Northern Ireland was British.
Yeah, I just told you. Northern Ireland's in the UK.
Okay, so there's those four things
it's
on that
England,
island.
Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. And then Southern Ireland is the Republic of Ireland.
Okay, so there are those. Oh, Northern with.
And I haven't been to Northern Ireland.
You're saying Northern Ireland? Because I have no clue what's going on over there, I think that England is above Ireland. I have no clue geography where any of this stuff is.
To the east.
Oh, is England towards this way or is England towards? Yeah, so it's towards this way then. Yeah, so I get confused about that island. I didn't do a good job in geography, if you can't tell. But it's all of that is the UK.
Really, geography. If you put a world map in front of me, I would embarrass myself so quickly. We did that in our.
Sounds like a task, Jacob.
No, oh my God.
Sounds like a task.
It's so bad. We did it in journalism, like our high-level journalism class, our senior year. It was a surprise pop quiz. Lay the map down. The whole point of it was if you're going to report on the world, you should be able to, at bare minimum, know where all these countries are. And I think I got
I got Australia.
Maybe 20.
I got Japan.
Maybe 20.
I got
was
China.
lucky.
I got India.
I got Russia.
I got Russia.
Yeah, and Antarctica. Russia. Those are easy.
I got Brazil.
Did you say Australia?
I said
and
Australia.
New Zealand.
By default, yeah, I got New Zealand. But you said New Zealand. I was like, New Zealand is not a country, is it?
Oh, that's problematic.
So got that.
I can do Italy. Italy as the boot, and I can do France.
I can do Italy. I can't do France. I can't do that middle part. I can get you Spain and Portugal.
Interesting.
Because it's right there on the edge of the peninsula.
And I can do Ireland and
I can't.
London and Wales and Scotland.
London is a city.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
England.
This sounds like a task, Jacob. We got to find a way to do this on the show.
No, the second it goes to the Middle East, it gets so hard.
What are you doing with Africa?
Yeah, that also.
I got South Africa.
Cool. I think I could do Tanzania.
I got Tanzania and Kenya.
I have
and Congo.
Kenya.
I can get those three.
I don't know if I can do that. I can always do Egypt.
I think I can get Egypt.
Yeah. Watch him throw up on a map and be like, identify Egypt right now. I'd shrink in the moment.
Central America, we out.
Oh, Argentina and Brazil.
I can get Brazil. I can't do the.
Argentina's long. It's all on the side.
Okay, that's a long one. I didn't know if that was Chile or not.
No, but then Chile's easy by association because Chile is.
Yep.
Okay, we should do that someday. That would be fun. It'd be horrible. Oh yeah, in the chat, Lee talking about when Bennett couldn't get the Capitals.
The Capitals is different.
I think it started with I think if I remember correctly, and I'm not making it up, he's like, I'm really good at Capitals. And then we started going through and Reader Bennett was not good at Capitals. Happens to the best of us. I think Chile is easy. All right, everybody, it's a Grizzlies game day. Grizzlies Heat tonight at FedEx Forum. We'll be there. The warm-up show on Grind City Media starts at 6.
Jacob's got tickets for people. Jacob's got tickets. You want some tickets? Where can they hit you up at, Jacob? In any of the show chats, hit Jacob up. Let him know you want tickets to the game. He's got you covered.
Come out. Support the team. 2 opportunities this weekend. And it's a Friday and a Saturday. We'll also have the double post in case people forgot. The double post is the post-game show that is both simulcast now on the radio broadcast and the Grind City Media YouTube channel. So it's me, Roser Bennett. We'll be there after the game with our instant analysis on all the happenings. We will see you. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.
Jacob, check the chat.